Welcome back to the channel, guys and gals, for a second video today. So I got something in the mail that on a previous video we have kind of touched a base on. It was about repairing a Lionel Sharknose B unit. Well, I had found one on eBay and I paid a little more than what I would like to with shipping, but I figured, I could buy it, I could repair the other one. Be great, right? Well, it came in. Let's take a look at this. Here it is, in its original box. So I was very, very happy about that part. In fact, he shipped it with the original shipping box that went to Lionel. Now this is TMCC. Let me get this out here. It's tight. Oh my God. All right. All right, so we have the original box right here. And here we go. Let's get this out. Now, this one, when it came in from the pictures, I figured I was going to be able to reuse the shell, which, I mean, the shell's fine, other than I will have to repair this end right here, re-glue the door, and then reattach that little piece. Not a big deal. Other than that, this thing is complete. I do not want to modify this one at all. I want to keep it as is. So with that being said, I will repair it and then that will be it. I'm actually kind of super stoked to have a B unit TMCC. I wasn't expecting it to be in this good a shape because what I needed was right here on the other one, and basically if this one would have been in worse shape than the other one, then I would have had to cut this piece out, made it into the other one, and then it would have been completed. But this one is in such good shape, other than, fix this area, make sure the door is secured, and glue that one little piece in right here, and make sure everything's nice and tight in there. Other than that, it's complete, and it's still look good when it's done. And it just adds a B unit to the roster. Again, this one will not be changed, so that's going to work out, I think, really nice. And the fact that it's in Brunswick, I mean, that's really nice itself. I know some people are not a fan of the Brunswick green. I'm kind of torn on that. I think it was a good experimental time for Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania Railroad, to be able to get some of their customer bases back, change the image a little bit, and to make things better. Did it work? I guess. And of course, much later on would have been the Penn Central, the merger between New York Central and Penn Central. So, yeah, it's definitely, I think in the long run, there's been a lot of changes for the Pennsylvania Railroad. Unfortunately, they're not around anymore. Neither is Penn Central. We'll find out. I mean, I'm not a big Penn Central fan. I do like some of their coloring, because it's kind of unique. And the Pennsylvania Railroad, again, I'm not a big fan of the Pennsylvania Railroad, but we do have, as a family, ties to the Pennsylvania Railroad. So, therefore, that, does make for a little bit different. Very, very cool though. I guess the other B unit I will use for parts. Yeah, parts, and just see kind of what comes up with it. I mean, never know. I might find a replacement shell and it's like, okay, let's put another shell on it. And then again, I may not. Who knows? I mean, it's just strictly parts. We'll just see what happens. But other than that, so there was the unboxing of the B unit. We'll get into a video of repairing it later. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow's my brother's funeral. And I've got to make a drive all the way to Denison, Texas for the funeral, and then back home. So it'll be sometime, probably Saturday night, before I'll do it again. Do another video, but we'll take it one step at a time. But while we're at it, let's put this back in the box. Kind of cool. I know some people will be like, you're kind of excited about that? Yeah, I mean, it's TMCC. I mean, it still will make the sound and everything once it's powered up. That's part of the Century Club. That was 2001 to 2005. Pretty cool. I do like the Sharknose units, by the way, just in case anybody's ever wondering. I do like them. As crazy it is, I actually like them. They're a very unique locomotive, built by Baldwin. So we also got a couple of things in the mail that was, as you can see in my hand right there. Now, y'all remember me talking about the box cab 520? This one right here. Very cool little locomotive. Now this thing was parts, okay? So I didn't pay much at all for it. I mean, very little. The shell is the main thing I was after. The motor, I don't know what to do with that. If anybody needs a 520 motor and frame, let me know. But yeah, little bitty thing, little 027. But that little 027 has destiny. So I found these two on eBay. I paid $6 for both of these shells. And this one has been trimmed out with the windows for whatever reason. Not too sure what the previous owner was going to do with that one. But it's got a broke tab back here. Not a big deal. Why? Because it's going to be a center. She's going to be a big loco. And as I've got time to mess with it and build and collect the parts to be able to make all this, I've got a color. I'm going to go with a semi-gloss black on it. And it is already has been named, and I've been planning this locomotive for quite a while. I'm decided to name this locomotive Texas Norm, after my oldest son, Norman Kyle. Very proud of him. He's got this last year up to Michigan in school. As long as he passes, he's got a 2-year free ride to Michigan State. So I'm very, very happy about that, and I hope he does graduate this year so that he can go to Michigan State. But I always wanted to do something that was kind of unique and very special, because he's a very unique kid in himself. Being the fact that he loves quads, four-wheelers, going fast, cars, bikes. He's just a gearhead. So when I started looking at these shells and decided that I was going to build a locomotive out of it to scale standards, she's going to be big, with 6-axle trucks underneath it, it had to have a unique name because of its size and the uniqueness of it. And my son came to mind, and I was like, yeah, we can do that. So Texas Norm gets born right here, and when it's done, I hope he's very proud of it, because this will be his locomotive for a very long time. For as long as he wants it, it will be his. And even though it'll be on my layout, doesn't matter whatever happens to me, it will always be his locomotive. So yes, that's the plan with the whole box cab 520s. I know I'm probably going to get ridiculed over some of this stuff, but you know, there was a time when Lionel wasn't producing big locomotives, and if you wanted a big locomotive, you had to build it from scratch or kit bash it. So this is how this channel works here. As always, keep the shiny side up, rubber down. We'll see you on the next video. Like I said, again, it'll be later this weekend, but we'll continue on with something else. Y'all take it easy, keep the shiny side up, and rubber down.